Okay, let's talk for a second. You know, it just seems like lately I've really been noticing that when the more that we focus on outside of ourselves, like for instance, um, all the turmoil that's going on in our society or in our family or in one of our children or whatever it is that's outside of us that we don't really have any control over. The more you focus on that, the more that you get distracted from your best life. So, and this is something that I'm realizing too. This is not, it's like, because right now it just feels like there's so much chaos and so many distractions happening. I mean, it's like, it feels like it's bombarding us in many different ways. And like I said, that could be like on a bigger scale, like when it comes to our country or when it comes to the world problems and all that. It could be something that's more job related or your home or bills or whatever it is that's distracting you from living your best life. And the reason why I say that is because when you focus on you and your internal well-being and you focus on a better future for yourself or a better reality for you in the now, when you focus more on that, the more that you start to create momentum of your own life. There's people that can still be successful, super successful in their own lives, despite all of the chaos and craziness that's going on in this world right now. There's a lot of people that are successful in it. It means to focus on what's best for you, what's best for your family, what's best for, the now, So it's the more that we focus on outside of ourselves, the more we get distracted from our own best life. I keep kind of repeating that, but that's really what I'm really noticing. And, look at you and your own life and look at the times where you were thriving and you were, things were really happening, things were going in your way and things were going in a direction that you felt really good about. You felt good, you had a calm, you had a peace, you had passion, excitement going on. What was different at that time? What was going on that was different? How did you feel? What were you focused on at that time that made it different than where you're at right now? So, that's, and I have times too where, where I look at certain areas of my life, the more I got myself caught up in distractions, in drama, in chaos, the more miserable I was. The more that I, wasn't living my own best life. I wasn't living up to my own, standard. What is your standard? Where do you want to be? How do you want to live? How do you want to feel? How do you want to, what do you want your reality to be like? And it's so easy to get pulled out of that when we're not strong in our own, we're not centered in our own selves. We're not in our best self. We're not connected to our higher selves, connected to God. What do you need to do in order to stay focused on that and not get distracted from that? Because first and foremost, you are an amazing human being and you are in this experience and you get to choose how you live it. Nobody can live your life for you, and you can't live your life for anybody else either. So we have responsibilities, when you're raising children, you have a responsibility over that. You may have responsibilities over taking care of a parent or taking care of somebody in your life. I understand that, but there's still choices that you can make with that responsibility on your plate that get you focused on what's best for you and the people that you feel responsible for. Now, there's a trick to that too, right? I'm noticing as an empath that the more that because as an empath, we want to have everything around us at peace and feel good, and we don't want anything to be disrupted. So the people that are around us that could cause chaos or whatnot, we try to keep that at bay. We try to keep that, don't upset the monsters, or whatever you want to call them. Not monsters, or don't upset the people that are going to create more chaos or create more drama. But how can you, as an empath, how can you not feed into that? Because sometimes the more that we enable those kind of energies in our life, the more that they have power over us. So how do you take that power back into your life, and move forward in that? And the best way to do that is to not let those energies get the best of you. That's a hard one. That I'm experiencing that too. That's a tough one, because usually those kind of people or energies have been doing these things to you for a long time. So you have all these emotions tied into that, because it's hurt, belittling, not feeling valued, not feeling, worthy. All of those things are tied into that. But the best way that you can feel all of those things, self-worth, feeling like you are not just enough, but more than enough, feeling like you are, valued. That comes from within. Nobody's going to make you feel that way but you. Nobody's going to make you feel anyway. You determine that. You decide how you want to feel and how you want to show up in this life. Nobody can determine that for you. Nobody can choose it for you. Nobody can literally walk in your shoes. They can't. So, what are you going to do about living your best life? How are you going to do that? Because all those people that are disruptors, they don't have your best interest at heart. They just don't, because they're focused on their own selves. And the more you focus on them, the more that you're feeding into their energy and their life and their stuff. So, it's time to start focusing on you and what's best for you and what's best for your family and what's best for your now and momentum moving forward. Where do you want to be? How do you see your life being? What is your best, if you were to picture what your best life would look like, what does that look like? Start creating that in your mind. Start thinking, believing that you have that capability of being there. And the more that you focus on that, the more you focus on you, your higher self, and trusting and knowing that all of that's going to happen, the more that it creates that momentum into that direction. So let me know if if this makes sense to you, if this resonates with you in some way. I'm curious, to see if there's other people out there that are experiencing this. It seems like there are a lot of people, even in my life, that are experiencing that. And the more that I kind of pay attention to those things, the more I start to learn from it for myself. And, you get this one life to live right in this time right now. So how do you want to show up? How do you want to be? Leave a comment below. If you haven't subscribe to this channel, like this video, and remember, you matter. You are incredible, and start living this life for you. Live your best life. Focus more inward, focus more on you and what is, what do you want to choose in your life? Where do you want to go? How do you want to be? How do you want to feel? Don't give your power away to other people. It's time to take that power back within you and be in your heart space and trust yourself, being the knowing of, heck yeah, this is my life. I'm going to live my life and create my own story. I get to do that. So do it. What's stopping you? Thank you for watching. Have an amazing day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.